Welcome to a new episode. I'm happy to meet you. Today's episode is about a phenomenon that happened to a young man, one of the strangest phenomena in history, not only in American history but in the history of the whole world, because it is documented. His friend and his wife witnessed it, and psychology experts also witnessed it. So it is a documented phenomenon, one of the strangest experiences a human can live. Donny was in prison. He was serving 19 months for possession of stolen goods. While he was in prison, he received the news that his grandfather had died. The prison allowed him to leave to attend the funeral on condition that he returned by Monday. He attended the funeral of his grandfather, the same grandfather who used to abuse him when he was young. After the funeral, he went to his friend Bob Kiefer's house, with Bob's wife, Jeannie. In their house, Donny went upstairs to the bathroom. After about an hour, he felt smoke and a strange smell. When he looked in the mirror, he saw an old man. Then he fainted. When he woke up, he found 3 small scratches on his hand. He didn't understand what had happened. Later, he went downstairs to eat dinner with his friend. Bob noticed that Donny looked pale and asked him about the scratches. Donny replied, "These scratches are from the devil." Bob thought he was joking. While sitting in the living room, Bob and his wife noticed water dripping from the ceiling and running down the walls, as if it was raining inside the house. They thought maybe it was leaking pipes, but Bob swore there were no pipes in that ceiling, and it wasn't raining outside. They also noticed that the water wasn't normal. It was thick and sticky, like oil. Stranger still, the water was not only coming down from the ceiling, but also rising upward from the floor. Bob called the police. 2 policemen, Richard and Albert, came. They entered the house and saw with their own eyes the drops of water moving from the floor to the ceiling. They also saw one big drop floating in the air, standing still, then moving sideways. They were shocked and said this might be related to spirits or ghosts, because they had never seen water suspended in the air before. Later, Bob and his wife took Donny and his wife to a nearby pizzeria. The strange thing is that the rain stopped in Bob's house, but when Donny entered the pizzeria, water started dripping inside there. The owner of the pizzeria, Pamela, looked at Donny's face and said he seemed possessed. She brought a Christian cross and put it in his hand. Immediately his skin burned, leaving marks, and she was convinced he was possessed by something evil. When they returned to Bob's house, more strange things happened. In the kitchen, dishes and pans banged loudly by themselves. Then, in front of everyone, Donny suddenly levitated, floating in the air, and then was thrown down to the ground. When he woke up, he didn't remember anything, but new wounds appeared on his hands, shaped like carvings. The police came again. This time they saw the rain falling only on Jeannie, Bob's wife, while the others around her stayed dry. They were terrified. One policeman called his police chief, but the chief told them not to write any report, saying, "This is not our work, it's nonsense. Don't go back to that family." But some policemen didn't listen. They came back with others. One of them put a cross on Donny's hand, and Donny screamed, saying it burned him. They checked and found the cross was really hot. The policemen became sure this was not a normal case, but a demonic presence. They said priests should perform an exorcism. Donny returned to prison, but the phenomenon followed him there. He could make rain appear inside his cell whenever he focused. Even the prison director, whenever he got close to Donny, felt headaches and dizziness. Guards reported their clothes suddenly getting soaked with water for no reason. Finally, they brought a famous priest from Pennsylvania named William Blackburn. He read the Bible over Donny, and the rain stopped. After this, the story became famous in all of Pennsylvania and later in the whole United States. In 1993, NBC made a documentary about it, reenacted the events, and interviewed all the witnesses who had seen them. Some people said it was a poltergeist, evil spirits that can move things and harm people. Others said Donny himself had powers, telekinesis, the ability to move things with his mind and affect the environment around him. Still, others refuse to believe it at all. But the story remains one of the strangest documented cases, with police, guards, and many trustworthy witnesses who all saw it with their own eyes.